Welcome to the natural wonders of our world. Today we explore some of China's most breathtaking destinations, places where ancient history whispers through cobblestone streets, where emerald rice terraces cascade down mountainsides like natural staircases to heaven, and where time seems to stand still in the most beautiful way possible. Picture this. You're standing on a misty morning overlooking terraced fields that have been carved into mountains over 1,000 years ago, watching the sunrise paint the landscape in golden hues. Or imagine walking through streets that have witnessed dynasties rise and fall, where every stone tells a story of resilience, culture, and human ingenuity. From the mystical phoenix-like beauty of Fenghuang ancient town in Hunan province, to the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Lijiang in Yunnan, we're about to explore destinations that represent the very soul of China. These aren't just tourist spots, they're living museums, cultural treasures, and natural phenomena that showcase the incredible diversity of Chinese geography. From the subtropical landscapes of Guangxi to the high-altitude wonders of Yunnan province. Each location we'll visit today represents thousands of years of human adaptation to nature, creating harmonious relationships between people and their environment that continue to inspire visitors from around the globe. But here's a question for you. What drives us to seek out these ancient places in our modern world? Is it the search for authenticity, the desire to connect with our roots, or perhaps the need to witness beauty that transcends time itself? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your perspective. Before we embark on this amazing journey together, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. You won't want to miss any of our upcoming adventures. And if you're already planning your own trip to these magical destinations, check out the links in the description below for exclusive deals on flights and accommodations to make your dream trip affordable and memorable. Fenghuang ancient town, Hunan province. Our first stop takes us to what locals call the Phoenix Town, Fenghuang ancient town in Hunan province, nestled in the heart of south-central China. Located along the Lijiang River, this extraordinary town sits at the intersection of Hunan, Guizhou, and Chongqing, making it a cultural melting pot that has fascinated travelers for over 1,300 years. Fenghuang is strategically positioned in the Wuling mountain range, where the Lijiang River winds through the town like a jade ribbon. The town's elevation of about 500 meters above sea level creates a subtropical humid climate that blankets the ancient structures in a mystical mist, especially during early morning hours. The river serves as the town's lifeline, with traditional stilt houses, called Daiojialu, perched precariously over the water, their wooden foundations seeming to dance with the river's rhythm. This isn't just a Han Chinese town, it's home to the Miao and Tujia ethnic minorities, whose traditions have shaped the town's character for generations. The Miao people, known for their intricate silver jewelry and vibrant textiles, celebrate festivals that fill the narrow streets with color and music. Their traditional architecture, with its upturned eaves and intricate wooden carvings, tells stories of ancient beliefs about harmony between humans and nature. The Tujia minority contributes their own unique customs, including their distinctive crying marriage songs and elaborate funeral rites that reflect deep spiritual connections to their ancestors. Founded during the Tang dynasty, Fenghuang served as a crucial military garrison, protecting the empire's southwestern frontier. The town's strategic importance grew during the Ming and Qing dynasties, when it became a vital trading post along the ancient tea and horse trading routes. Walking through its streets today, you'll encounter the east and north gates, remnants of the ancient city wall that once protected inhabitants from bandits and invaders. The town survived the Cultural Revolution remarkably intact, largely because its remote location kept it off the radar of major developmental changes. The ancient city wall offers panoramic views of the entire town and surrounding mountains. Wanaming Pagoda, standing 9 stories tall, serves as Fenghuang's spiritual guardian, while the former residence of Shen Kongguan, China's famous author who put this town on the literary map, provides insights into 20th century Chinese intellectual life. Don't miss the Rainbow Bridge, where locals gather each morning for Tai Kai sessions, and the bustling night market where you can sample local delicacies like blood duck and rice wine. The beauty of Fenghuang lies in its seamless blend of natural wonder and human creativity, where every sunrise over the river creates a new masterpiece, and every sunset paints the ancient buildings in warm, golden light. This town teaches us that true beauty emerges when people live in harmony with their environment, creating spaces that honor both tradition and the natural world. Yangshuo County, Guangxi Province. Yangshuo County in Guangxi Province, a place that has inspired Chinese poets and artists for over 2 millennia. Located in northeastern Guangxi, about 65 kilometers from Guilin, Yangshuo sits in the heart of the famous karst landscape that defines southern China's geography. Yangshuo's landscape is dominated by limestone karst formations that rise dramatically from flat, fertile plains like sleeping giants awakening from ancient dreams. The Li River meanders through this terrain, creating one of the world's most photographed landscapes. These tower-like mountains, called Fenghuang or peak forests, were formed over 300 million years ago when this area was covered by shallow seas. The subtropical monsoon climate, with its warm, humid summers and mild winters, supports lush vegetation that cloaks these ancient stones in emerald green. Yangshuo represents a fascinating cultural intersection where traditional Guangxi culture meets international influence. The Zhuang ethnic minority, Guangxi's largest ethnic group, has inhabited this region for over 2,000 years, contributing their unique language, festivals, and agricultural techniques. Today, Yangshuo has become China's most international small town, with a thriving expat community that has created a unique East-meets-West cultural atmosphere. West Street, the town's main thoroughfare, buzzes with a mixture of Chinese dialects, English, and various European languages. Archaeological evidence suggests human habitation in Yangshuo dates back to the Neolithic period. During the Tang Dynasty, this region became famous throughout China when poets and scholars traveled here seeking inspiration from its otherworldly beauty. The area's development accelerated in the 1980s when China opened to international tourism, and Yangshuo became one of the first places where foreign backpackers could experience real China. This transformation from a quiet farming county to an international destination happened gradually, allowing the town to maintain its authentic character while embracing modernity. Moon Hill, a natural limestone arch that resembles a full moon, offers spectacular hiking opportunities and panoramic views. The Li River cruise from Guilin to Yangshuo remains one of China's most scenic waterways, featured on the 20 yuan banknote. Butterfly Spring Park showcases the region's biodiversity, while the Impression Liu Sanji Light Show, directed by Zhang Yimou, transforms the Li River into a natural amphitheater. For adventure seekers, the region offers world-class rock climbing, bamboo rafting, and cycling through rice paddies dotted with water buffalo and traditional farmhouses. Yangshuo reminds us that natural beauty has the power to bring people together across cultures and generations, creating spaces where differences dissolve in the face of shared wonder. Here, the harmony between dramatic landscapes and gentle rural life shows us how humans can thrive alongside nature's grandest displays. Longji Rice Terraces, Guangxi. The Longji Rice Terraces, also known as the Dragon's Backbone Terraces, located in Yunnan County, about 100 kilometers from Guilin. These terraces represent over 700 years of human ingenuity and environmental adaptation. The Longji Terraces stretch across steep mountain slopes at elevations ranging from 300 to 1,100 meters above sea level. This region experiences a subtropical monsoon climate with abundant rainfall that feeds the intricate irrigation system, supporting thousands of terraced fields. The terraces follow the natural contours of the Longji Mountains, creating a landscape that seems to ripple like water frozen in time. The engineering marvel of these terraces lies in their sophisticated irrigation system that channels mountain spring water through bamboo pipes and stone channels, ensuring each terrace receives precisely the right amount of water. The Longji Terraces are home to several ethnic minorities, primarily the Zhuang and Miao peoples, whose ancestors began constructing these terraces during the Yuan dynasty. The Zhuang people, skilled in wet rice cultivation, developed the basic terrace structure, while the Yao people, traditionally mountain dwellers, contributed their knowledge of highland agriculture and forest management. Both communities maintain traditional lifestyles that revolve around the rice growing seasons, planting in spring, tending in summer, harvesting in autumn, and maintaining terraces in winter. Construction of the Longji Terraces began in the 13th century and continued for over 650 years, with each generation adding new terraces and improving existing ones. This massive undertaking required unprecedented cooperation between communities, as the irrigation system depends on careful coordination between higher and lower terraces. The terraces represent one of humanity's most successful examples of sustainable agriculture, supporting local communities for 7 centuries without depleting soil or water resources. Ping'an Village offers the classic panoramic views of the terraces and traditional Zhuang wooden architecture. Azek Village, home to the Red Yao people, provides insights into minority culture and spectacular sunrise viewing points. The Golden Buddha Summit delivers breathtaking 360-degree views, while the 7 stars accompanying the moon viewpoint showcases the terrace's most photogenic formations. Visitors can experience traditional Yao long hair culture, where women grow their hair throughout their lives as a symbol of prosperity and beauty. This landscape demonstrates how human creativity, applied consistently over generations, can transform challenging terrain into sustainable abundance while maintaining environmental harmony. Lijiang Old Town, Yunnan Province. From Guangxi's agricultural wonders, we ascend to Yunnan Province and the enchanting Lijiang Old Town, perched at 2,400 meters above sea level in the northwestern part of the province. This UNESCO World Heritage Site represents one of China's best preserved ancient towns and serves as the cultural heart of the Naxi people. Lijiang sits in a broad valley surrounded by the snow-capped Jade Dragon Snow Mountain, creating a dramatic backdrop that changes color throughout the day. The town's location at the intersection of 3 major river systems, the Yangtze, Mekong, and Salween, has made it a crucial crossroads for centuries. The high-altitude climate brings cool summers and mild winters, with distinct wet and dry seasons that have shaped both the architecture and lifestyle of its inhabitants. Lijiang is the historic capital of the Naxi kingdom, an ethnic minority group known for their matriarchal society and unique Dongba script, one of the world's last surviving pictographic writing systems. The Naxi people have maintained their cultural identity for over 1,000 years, blending indigenous beliefs with influences from Tibetan Buddhism, Taoism, and Confucianism. Their traditional architecture features wooden structures built without nails, using interlocking joints that allow buildings to flex during earthquakes, a technique that has preserved many structures for centuries. Lijiang's history spans over 800 years, beginning when the Naxi people established their kingdom here during the Song dynasty. The town flourished during the Ming and Qing dynasties as a vital stop on the ancient Tea-Horse Road, a network of trade routes connecting Tibet, Yunnan, and other regions. Marco Polo mentioned this region in his travels, and the town served as a meeting point for traders, scholars, and adventurers from across Asia. The 1996 earthquake that devastated much of the region led to careful restoration efforts that earned Lijiang its UNESCO status. The square market forms the heart of the old town, where traditional Naxi musicians perform ancient melodies each evening. The Miao Palace, former residence of the Naxi rulers, showcases traditional architecture and houses artifacts from the Naxi kingdom. Black Dragon Pool Park offers perfect reflections of Jade Dragon Snow Mountain, while the Dongba Culture Museum preserves the unique pictographic script and shamanic traditions. Don't miss the network of canals and bridges that earned Lijiang the nickname Venice of the East. Lijang Old Town demonstrates how communities can preserve their cultural identity while adapting to changing times, showing us that authenticity and progress need not be mutually exclusive. The town's survival and prosperity remind us that diversity, cultural, linguistic, and spiritual, enriches human experience. Azek Village, Yunnan Province. Deep in Yunnan's Fangg prefecture, we discover Azek Village, a remarkable settlement that seems to grow organically from the mountainside like mushrooms after rain. This traditional Hani village, part of the Hani Rice Terraces system, offers visitors a glimpse into a way of life that has remained virtually unchanged for over 1,300 years. Azek Village sits at approximately 1,800 meters above sea level on the slopes of the Hengduan Mountains, surrounded by the famous Hani Rice Terraces. The village's location in the cloud forest zone creates a unique microclimate where morning mists regularly blanket the landscape, providing natural irrigation for both the terraces and the village's gardens. The steep terrain required the Hani people to develop innovative building techniques that work with the mountain's natural contours. See, the Hani people have developed one of the world's most sophisticated mountain agriculture systems, integrating rice cultivation, aquaculture, and forestry in a single ecosystem. Their traditional mushroom houses, called Miao in the Hani language, feature thick earthen walls topped with distinctive thatched roofs that resemble giant mushrooms. These structures are perfectly adapted to the local climate, staying cool in summer and warm in winter while being completely sustainable. The Hani social system revolves around collective labor for maintaining the terraces, creating strong community bonds that have preserved their culture for centuries. The Hani people migrated to this region from the Tibetan Plateau over 1,300 years ago, gradually developing their unique terrace system through generations of trial and refinement. Unlike other agricultural societies, the Hani integrated their living spaces directly into their farming system, creating villages that function as part of the larger agricultural ecosystem. The mushroom houses themselves evolved over centuries, with each family adding their own innovations while maintaining the essential design principles that ensure harmony with the environment. The village's 67 traditional mushroom houses create a unique architectural landscape that seems to emerge naturally from the hillside. The sacred forest above the village serves as the water source for the entire terrace system and remains protected according to traditional Hani beliefs about forest spirits. The village's ancient swing festival site hosts annual celebrations where young people court potential spouses through traditional songs and dances. Visitors can participate in traditional activities like rice planting, fish catching in the terraces, and learning about Hani astronomical knowledge used for agricultural timing. Azek Village teaches us about the possibility of living in complete harmony with our environment, showing how human settlements can enhance rather than degrade the natural landscape. The Hani way of life demonstrates that true sustainability comes from understanding and working within natural cycles, rather than trying to control them. Shaxi Ancient Town, Yunnan Province. Our journey takes us next to Shaxi Ancient Town, nestled in a valley between Dali and Lijiang at 2,100 meters elevation. Often called the Forgotten Town on the ancient Tea-Horse Road, Shaxi offers visitors an authentic glimpse of what many famous Chinese ancient towns looked like before tourism transformed them. Shaxi sits in the giant Yuanyang County of Dali Prefecture, surrounded by the dramatic peaks of the Himalayan foothills. The town occupies a fertile valley along the Haihui River, creating an oasis of agricultural land between towering mountain ranges. This strategic location made it an essential rest stop for caravans traveling the ancient Tea-Horse Road, as it provided water, pasture, and shelter in an otherwise challenging mountain journey. Shaxi represents a unique cultural fusion point where Han Chinese, Bai Yi, and Tibetan influences converge. The town's architecture reflects this diversity, with traditional Bai courtyard houses featuring intricate wood carvings, Tibetan-influenced Buddhist temples, and Han Chinese commercial buildings all coexisting harmoniously. The local Bai people maintain traditional crafts including woodworking, stone carving, and textile production that supplied caravans for centuries. For over 1,000 years, Shaxi served as one of the most important stations on the ancient Tea-Horse Road, the network of trade routes that connected Yunnan's tea-producing regions with Tibet, India, and beyond. The town reached its peak during the Ming and Qing dynasties, when thousands of horses and mules passed through annually, carrying tea north and returning with Tibetan medicines, furs, and precious metals. Unlike other Tea-Horse Road stations that have been modernized, Shaxi was largely forgotten after the trade routes declined, accidentally preserving its authentic character. Siding Market Square, with its ancient theater stage, still hosts weekly markets where local farmers sell produce much as their ancestors did centuries ago. The Xingjiao Temple, built during the Ming Dynasty, houses ancient Buddhist murals and sculptures that reflect the spiritual syncretism of the region. The Yuanyang Courtyard showcases traditional Bai architecture, while the ancient stone bridge and horse trail segments let visitors literally walk in the footsteps of ancient traders. Shaxi reminds us that sometimes being forgotten can be a blessing, allowing places to maintain their authenticity in an increasingly connected world. The town teaches us to value the quiet, unspectacular moments of daily life that often hold the deepest meaning. Yuanyang Rice Terraces and Fenghuang Village. Our final destination brings us to the crown jewel of Chinese agricultural landscapes, the Yuanyang Rice Terraces in southern Yunnan province. At elevations between 1,000 and 2,000 meters above sea level, these terraces create what photographers call heaven's mirror, especially during the winter months when water-filled terraces reflect the sky like thousands of broken mirrors scattered across the mountainsides. The Yuanyang Rice Terraces cover over 12,500 hectares across the steep slopes of the Alao Mountains. This region experiences a subtropical highland climate with distinct wet and dry seasons, creating the perfect conditions for both rice cultivation and spectacular photographic opportunities. The terraces follow the natural mountain contours, creating an almost impossible landscape where water seems to defy gravity as it flows from terrace to terrace through an intricate irrigation system that begins in the cloud forests above. The Hani people, who created these terraces over 1,300 years ago, developed what UNESCO calls a spectacular living cultural landscape. Their traditional ecological knowledge integrates forest management, water conservation, rice cultivation, and livestock raising into a single sustainable system. The Hani calendar revolves around agricultural cycles, with numerous festivals marking planting, growing, and harvest seasons. Their traditional villages, including Fenghuang, feature the distinctive mushroom houses that blend seamlessly into the terraced landscape. Construction of the Yuanyang Terraces represents one of humanity's greatest agricultural achievements, requiring over a millennium of careful planning, construction, and maintenance. The Hani people transformed impossibly steep mountain slopes into productive farmland through sophisticated engineering that includes stone retaining walls, bamboo irrigation channels, and carefully calculated gradients that prevent erosion while maximizing water retention. This system has supported local communities for over 1,300 years without depleting soil or water resources. Duoi Tree Viewpoint offers spectacular sunrise views when morning light sets the water-filled terraces ablaze with color. Bada Viewpoint provides the most extensive panoramic views of the entire terrace system, while Leahuzui, Tiger's Mouth, creates dramatic layered compositions that have graced countless photography exhibitions. Fenghuang Village, perched among the terraces, offers authentic homestay experiences where visitors can participate in traditional Hani farming activities and learn about their sophisticated agricultural calendar. The Yuanyang Rice Terraces represent the pinnacle of human cooperation with nature, showing us that, when we work patiently and thoughtfully with natural systems, we can create landscapes of breathtaking beauty that also sustain life for generations. These terraces remind us that the most profound human achievements often come from humble daily work repeated with dedication across centuries. As our journey through these 7 magnificent destinations comes to an end, what profound lessons have we discovered together? Each place we've visited tells a unique story, yet they all share common themes that speak to the deepest parts of the human experience. The ethnic minorities we've encountered, the Miao, Tujia, Naxi, Hani, Bai, and others, show us that diversity makes communities stronger, not weaker. Their cultures have survived and thrived by adapting to local conditions while maintaining their essential identity. Now, I'm curious about your own experiences and dreams. Have you ever visited a place that completely changed your perspective on what's possible? What draws you most strongly? The cultural richness, the natural beauty, or the inspiring stories of human achievement? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because travel becomes so much richer when we share our experiences and insights with fellow adventurers. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell, because we have many more incredible destinations waiting to be explored together. Until our next adventure, keep that sense of wonder alive, and remember, the most beautiful places on Earth are always waiting for those curious enough to seek them out.